Family, welcome back to the Royal Sussex Squad, the home where truth, respect and love for Harry and Meghan reign supreme. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community of real ones who stand with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. If you're already subscribed, thank you for your love and loyalty, and don't forget, if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so through Super Thanks. It truly helps us keep shining a light on the truth. Now let's get into today's story. We're going back to a very special and very emotional moment in Prince Harry's life. The day he stood up as best man for his brother Prince William's wedding to Kate Middleton in 2011. This was a time when the brothers were still close, before jealousy, interference and courtiers poisoned the well. Harry gave a speech that wasn't just funny and heartwarming. It was the kind of speech only Harry could give. He had the perfect balance of wit, sincerity and love. According to royal author Christopher Anderson, Harry teased William in front of everyone, apologising to Kate for having to marry a bald man. That's Harry's cheeky humour shining through, something the British tabloids now try to weaponize against him. But in that moment, everyone laughed, even William. Harry even did impressions of William, cooing to Kate, calling her babykins, and he affectionately referred to them as the Dude and the Duchess. But it wasn't just about jokes. Harry showed his heart. He said the words that made Kate, the bride, wipe away tears. He told his brother, "Our mother would be so very proud of you." That wasn't just a throwaway line. That was Harry opening his heart and invoking Diana in one of the most important moments of William's life. That was Harry showing that beneath the jokes, he was still the boy who lost his mother and who always longed for her to be part of these milestones. Harry didn't stop there. He said he'd loved Kate like a sister. That's the kind of man Harry is, loyal, open, generous with his love. He wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, wasn't afraid to tell people exactly how much they meant to him. And at the end of the day, when the fireworks exploded over the palace, Harry was seen with his arms around William and Kate, openly weeping. They helped brush away his tears as he brushed away Kate's. That's love, that's family, that's the Harry they try so hard to erase in today's media. Let's pause here for a moment. Notice how different the coverage was back then. Harry was adored. He was the cheeky, lovable prince, the heart of the royal family. Kate and William leaned on him. Guests at the wedding even remarked that people don't realise how much Harry and Kate loved and helped each other, and it's true. Harry had always been a bridge builder. In those early years after the wedding, Harry worked closely with William and Kate. Kate even joined the Royal Foundation in 2011. Together, the so-called Fab Three worked on projects tied to mental health, homelessness and environmental issues. Then Harry created the Invictus Games with £1 million from that foundation. And once Meghan entered the scene in 2018, the world celebrated what the press dubbed the Fab Four. Yes, family, do you remember that era? The press couldn't get enough of Harry, Meghan, William and Kate appearing together. The future looked bright. But then what happened? What shifted? Why did Harry go from beloved to scapegoated? The answer is simple. Meghan entered the picture, and instead of embracing her as Harry's choice and an asset to the family, the courtiers and the press decided she was a threat. Think about the absurdity of the criticisms Meghan faced. She was described as too warm, too friendly, too huggy. Yes, family, you heard that right. According to Tom Quinn, Meghan's style of hugging people and greeting them with warmth was somehow considered too much for William's stiff personality. They even claimed that Meghan hugging William too often made staff gossip that she was flirting with him. Now let's stop right there. That is one of the most ridiculous, insulting and transparent smear tactics we've seen. Meghan wasn't flirting. She was being herself. A confident, warm, down-to-earth woman who doesn't play the cold, stiff, distant royal game. But instead of celebrating her humanity, the institution twisted it into something ugly. This is what the British tabloids do. They take Meghan's positive qualities, her warmth, her friendliness, her drive, her compassion, and rebrand them as negatives. She was attacked for sending emails at 5 a.m, as though being a hard-working, disciplined woman is a crime. She was accused of creating a toxic environment by aides who were clearly more loyal to courtiers than to the Sussexes. They even peddled stories about staff shaking before meetings and someone developing PTSD from working for Meghan. Yet when you dig deeper, you find nothing but exaggerated claims, contradictions and convenient timing. And here's where William comes in. Instead of defending his brother and sister-in-law, he allegedly went ballistic when aides brought him these so-called complaints. Instead of asking himself if the courtiers were manipulating him, he chose to believe the worst. He allowed himself to be used against his own brother. That was the turning point. Harry, of course, defended Meghan fiercely, and this is why we love him. He didn't bow down. He didn't let anyone, not even his own brother, disrespect his wife. That phone call between the brothers reportedly ended with Harry hanging up in anger after William refused to stop pressing. And from there, the rift widened. Now fast forward to today and we're told there was a peace summit in July 2025, a thawing of relations between the Sussexes and the Waleses. But let's be honest, reconciliation is a long road, and much damage has been done. The British media continues to blame Meghan for everything under the sun. They call her difficult, too much, the cause of the rift, when in reality she is the one who was bullied, vilified, and hounded every single day for simply existing as a biracial woman in that family. But let's bring it back to where we started. Harry's best man speech. That moment reminds us of who Harry truly is. A man with heart, a man who wears his love openly, a man who can make people laugh while also moving them to tears, and a man who, even after everything, continues to fight for the values his mother instilled in him: compassion, honesty and courage. The truth is, Harry and Meghan have never been the villains. They are the ones standing in their truth, raising their children with love, continuing their philanthropy, building a global platform to uplift others. The real villains are the courtiers, the jealous insiders, and the tabloid press that profits from tearing them down. And let's not forget, even those who've worked with Meghan outside the royal bubble, like producer Jane Marie, who collaborated with Archer Well, call her lovely and genuine. That's the Meghan we know. That's the Meghan Harry loves. That's the Meghan the world sees when the toxic British press isn't spinning their lies. So family, as we reflect on Harry's moving best man speech and the bond he once had with William and Kate, let's remember that love, truth and kindness will always outshine gossip, jealousy and lies. Harry and Meghan are thriving because they are authentic, and authenticity is something no smear campaign can destroy. Prince Harry revealed adorable nickname for Kate Middleton during perfect best man speech at wedding that left Princess of Wales with a tear in her eye. Any grooms would be forgiven for being nervous when their best man stands up to give his speech. Writing in his biography about William and Harry and their wives, titled Brothers and Wives, royal author Christopher Anderson revealed the content of the Duke of Sussex's best man speech. In his best man's toast, Harry apologised to Kate for having to marry a bald man, delivered spot-on impressions of William cooing down the line at babykins, and Kate calling his brother Billy, and referred to them repeatedly as the Dude and the Duchess, Anderson wrote. He continued, "There were muffled sobs when Harry told his brother our mother would be so very proud of you, and sighs when he said he loved Kate like a sister." At one point, the bride wiped away tears when her newly minted brother-in-law traded smiles with Chelsea and admitted that Kate and William's decade-long romance was his inspiration. There were some lines that were smartly removed by Chelsea Davy, Harry's girlfriend at the time, such as a line praising Kate Middleton's killer legs. But when you're the future king and your best man is Prince Harry, it is understandable why William might have been a little concerned what his brother was about to stand up and say. However, William need not worry, as the speech Harry gave hit the perfect tone between seriousness and fun. It also demonstrated just how close the princes were. The party then continued in the throne room, which Pippa Middleton had transformed into a nightclub. As the day of celebrations drew to a close, fireworks were set off above the palace. Harry put his arms around William and Kate and began to weep. Soon the best man and the bride were helping brush away each other's tears, while a bemused and thoroughly dry-eyed William looked on. "People don't realise how much Harry and Kate love and help each other," another guest said of the moment. "It's key to this whole thing." In the years immediately following the wedding, William and Kate continued to work closely with Harry. In 2011, Kate Middleton joined the Royal Foundation, which was set up in 2009, and has worked on numerous projects close to the Prince's hearts, including mental health, environmental issues, and homelessness. It was around this time that Prince Harry helped set up the Invictus Games with £1 million worth of funding from the foundation. When Harry married Meghan in 2018, she also joined the foundation, and the so-called Fab Four became the royal family's dream team. Indeed, when Harry and Meghan started dating, Kate and William reportedly found the former actress delightful, with the young royals appearing at a number of engagements together. Fast forward to the present, and while the so-called Peace Summit in July 2025 suggests that relations between the Sussexes and the Prince and Princess of Wales could be thawing, both camps appear to be a long way from a reconciliation. Read More revealed how Meghan Markle's warm, friendly, hug-everyone approach caused tension in the rather awkward royal household article image. It has been widely established that Meghan was at the centre of the tension between Harry and William in particular. But one royal author has claimed the falling out was to do with how the Duchess of Sussex acted, not what she said. Meghan's warm, friendly, hug-everyone approach ruffled feathers, according to Tom Quinn's History of Royal Servants, titled "Yes, Ma'am." He wrote, "It made William uncomfortable because Meghan hugged him virtually every time they bumped into each other." The Prince's opposition to the displays of affection was not due to a dislike of Meghan, but concern for what courtiers might think. The hugging and cheek-kissing fueled gossip among the staff that Meghan was flirting with William, which she was obviously not. But the tense atmosphere caused by all the touchy-feeliness and the resultant gossip deepened the rift between the brothers, Quinn said. Likewise, Meghan clashed with William's rather awkward, even inhibited personality, which she reportedly found baffling. Quinn wrote, "A member of staff recalled Meghan asking, 'Why do William and Charles sound so serious all the time?' She used to make jokes about Harry not having the same parents as William, as she insisted, 'Harry isn't pompous at all, he's chill.'" Read more how a behind-the-scenes advisor handpicked by Queen Elizabeth quietly transformed William and Harry into modern royals. And the two unusual conditions he demanded from the late monarch article image, but it was Meghan's treatment of staff while working as a royal that put the most strain on the prince's relationship. Concerns were raised to the Sussexes about their alleged behaviour towards staff as early as 2017. It was reported in Robert Lacey's Battle of Brothers book. Meghan would send emails as early as 5 a.m, leaving staff with a barrage of messages in their inboxes, a Kensington Palace source claimed. The couple reigned over a really toxic environment, which saw colleagues shaking before meetings alongside allegations of bullying, they added. There was even a claim the encounters left one employee with PTSD. While Meghan brushed off a complaint about her conduct from a senior aide, claiming, "It's not my job to coddle people," Prince William did not respond so flippantly to the issue. When Jason Nauf, a royal aide who worked with the Sussexes, presented William with a dossier of distress about their behaviour, he went ballistic and was left astonished and horrified by what he heard, according to Lacey. William's anger stemmed from the fact that a tradition of treating the staff like family had been broken, and that he personally knew many of those named, Lacey wrote. Harry and his brother then allegedly had a testy phone call in which the Duke of Sussex flared up in a fierce defence of his wife. Lacey added, "The moment the prince heard the bullying allegations, he got straight on the phone to talk to Harry, and when Harry flared up in furious defence of his wife, the elder brother persisted." Read more inside Prince Harry's very public breakup with his ex-girlfriend, according to royal author article image. Harry shut off his phone angrily, so William went straight round to find his brother on the Kensington campus. As early as 2019, rumours of a falling out between the brothers began circulating. It was first addressed by Harry in the documentary Harry and Meghan, an African journey, with him saying, "You have good days, you have bad days." By 2020, tensions appeared to have deepened when Harry and Meghan announced their plans to step back as senior royals. Harry later claimed in his Netflix series with Meghan that William shouted at him during the Sandringham summit. The brothers were last publicly together at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in September 2022, though they both attended the private funeral for their uncle Robert Fellows last summer. The estrangement between the two princes had been hard and sad, Knauf revealed in an Australian documentary this year. He said, "We have ups and downs in family. Even when you really love someone, you can have times when you don't want to spend that much time with them. It's very difficult to have this stuff play out in the public eye, but William's chosen to keep his thoughts on it private, and I think all of us who know him really have to respect that. We should do the same, but I will say, of course, it's been hard and sad, especially for all of us who know both of them." Meghan's touchy-feely style does have some fans. Producer Jane Marie, who worked with Harry and Meghan during the development of Archewell audio projects, insisted to Vanity Fair that Meghan is just a lovely, genuine person. Thank you for watching, family. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to the Royal Sussex Squad, hit that notification bell so you never miss a post, and consider supporting through Super. Thanks to help us keep spreading the truth about Harry and Meghan. Together, we'll continue standing against the lies and standing for love.